In this Level 2 course, you'll learn how important it is to use only genuine Cummins filtration fuel filters for Cummins 2010 engines. When you've completed this course, you'll understand the factors that drove the Cummins 2010 fuel filter changes and what's new for the Cummins 2010 fuel filters. You'll also learn about the changes made to specific filter part numbers. Finally, you'll understand how the genuine protection provided by Cummins 2010 fuel filters reduces the total cost of ownership, TCO. Let's begin by learning some of the terminology used when discussing fuel systems. The first symbol shown on the slide is a micron. 1 micron is 1/1,000,000th of a meter, or 394 hundred-thousandths of an inch. In the illustration shown, you can see that a bacteria is 2 microns in diameter, a red blood cell is 8 microns in diameter, and a white blood cell is 25 microns in diameter. The smallest particle that can be seen by the human eye is 40 microns, which is also the largest particle that can pass through a Fleetguard full-flow lube filter. By comparison, a human hair with its 50 micron diameter seems gigantic and has the potential for real harm if it enters a fuel injector system. ULSD stands for ultra-low sulfur diesel. The term is used to describe diesel fuel with substantially lowered sulfur content. As of 2006, most petroleum-based diesel fuel in Europe and North America is ULSD. B20 describes a diesel fuel mix that contains 20% biofuel content in addition to the conventional hydrocarbon-based diesel. So what drove the Cummins 2010 fuel filter changes? The fuel injectors currently being used are precision systems. They use extremely high fuel injection pressures to achieve cleaner combustion. These fuel injectors require more protection than previous systems, especially given that component clearances can be as small as 2 microns, the diameter of a bacteria. In addition, the higher pressures used in today's fuel injectors make them extremely sensitive to fuel contamination and water. Even a tiny particle escaping into the system can wreak havoc. The need for genuine protection is clear. In response to the need for better protection, some changes were made to the Cummins 2010 fuel filters. No changes were necessary to the mid-range engine fuel systems for 2010. However, the Cummins heavy-duty engine fuel systems were changed in 2010 to the Cummins XPI fuel system. In the new system, the fuel flow rates and pressures remain high. However, the use of biodiesel fuels and increased filter efficiency mandated a larger size filter to manage the flow and to maintain long filter life requirements. So, let's talk specifics about what's new for the Cummins 2010 fuel filters and what stayed the same. We'll begin with the ISB 6.7 engine. No fuel filtration changes were necessary for the Cummins 2010 ISB 6.7. The primary filter is the FS 1065. It contains Stratopore multi-layered media and provides superior water separation. The secondary filter is the FF 5632. It also contains Stratopore media and is a high-efficiency filter that is alternative fuel compatible. Both of these filters are ULSD and B20 compatible. Similarly, there were no changes to the Cummins 2010 ISC 8.3 and ISL 9 engines. The primary filter for these engines is the FS 1065. It contains Stratopore multi-layer media and provides superior water separation, as we discussed previously. The secondary filter is the FF 5636. It also contains Stratopore media, provides high-efficiency filtration, and is alternative fuel compatible. Again, both of these filters are ULSD and B20 compatible. As we discussed before, the mid-range fuel filters didn't change from the 2007 version, but let's discuss their features for a minute. These filters were designed to provide the right fuel system protection and filter life balance for mid-range fuel systems running ULSD or B20 type fuel. In fact, they're designed to provide optimum ULSD and B20 compatibility and are specifically sized to handle the job of water removal from B20 fuel. These filters are designed for optimum fuel-water separation when using fuels according to the Cummins fuel specifications, including B20 fuel. Finally, they provide the necessary pressure containment on the pressure side fuel filter. We've talked about the filters that didn't change. Let's look at those that did. The ISX 11.9 engine filtration package contains a new secondary filter. The primary fuel processor is the Fuel Pro with an FS 19764 filter. It provides the new Cummins required level of particle protection and is alternative fuel compatible when used with the FS 19764G filter. The secondary filter is new for 2010. It is the FF 5776 filter. We'll get into more detail in a minute, but it contains Stratapore multi-layer media, provides high-efficiency filtration, is alternative fuel compatible, and is ULSD and B20 compatible. The FF 5776 is a true workhorse. It provides the correct fuel system protection and filter life balance for the ISX 11.9L's heavy-duty fuel system running either ULSD or B20 fuel. Like the mid-range filters, it provides the necessary pressure containment on the pressure side fuel filter. In addition, it has an easy pre-fill cap for proper dirty side filter priming, making replacement that much easier. On the clean side, it has a filter that exceeds cleanliness specs. The ISX15 filtration package also contains a new player. As with the ISX 11.9L engine, the primary fuel processor for the ISX15 is the Fuel Pro with an FS 19764 filter, which provides the new Cummins required level of particle protection and is alternative fuel compatible when used with the FS 19764G filter. The secondary filter is new. It is the FF 5686. We'll look at the difference between the old secondary filter and the FF 5686, but in a nutshell, it contains Stratapore multi-layer media, is alternative fuel compatible, and is ULSD and B20 compatible. So what are the differences between the previous filter, the FF 2200, and the new FF 5686? To begin with, the new filter is much more efficient. The FF 2200's efficiency was 15 microns at 98.7%. The FF 5686 is 5 microns at 98.7%. That's a 10 micron difference. Given the increased efficiency, the FF 5686 has a higher capacity to maintain filter life. The FF 2200 could hold only 70 grams, while the FF 5686 holds 104 grams. In addition, it has a lower fuel flow rate. The FF 2200 had a flow rate of 19.25 liters per minute, which is 305 gallons per hour, and the FF 5686 has a flow rate of 6.6 liters per minute, or 105 gallons per hour. Finally, while the FF 2200 was only B5 compatible, the FF 5686 is B20 compatible. The features of the FF 5686 are very similar to the FF 5776. This filter provides the correct fuel system protection and filter life balance for heavy-duty fuel systems running either ULSD or B20 fuel. It provides the necessary pressure containment on the pressure side fuel filter. It also has an easy pre-fill cap for proper dirty side filter priming and has a filter that exceeds clean side cleanliness specs. Ultimately, it comes down to protection, performance, and value. Customers want to know that they're getting genuine protection, genuine performance, and that the product is a genuine value. Genuine protection means that the filters exceed the flow pressure and contaminant removal requirements of Cummins engines. It also means that any changes made to the specifications for a Cummins engine are immediately incorporated into the Cummins filtration filters for that model. Finally, it means that Cummins filtration filters deliver the protection that's necessary to avoid fuel system abrasion, erosion, and corrosion that could destroy the fuel system function and damage the engine. Genuine performance means that these filters are tested and have proved themselves before they ever reach the customer's hands. Cummins filtration filters were part of the complete development cycle for Cummins 2010 engines and accumulated over 4.8 million miles in various applications. That's proven performance. They've also been properly sized for the new fuel systems and the allowable fuel types to always provide optimum performance and filter life. Finally, genuine value means that in addition to providing protection and performance, Cummins filtration filters are priced competitively to ensure that Cummins engines achieve a total cost of ownership, TCO, that is lower than the competing engines in the industry. Lower TCO is what customers have come to expect from Cummins and what has been designed into the Cummins 2010 fuel filters. Now that you've completed the fuel filtration module of your Level 2 Fleet School training, you should understand what drove the changes made to the Cummins 2010 fuel filters. You should be familiar with the new fuel filters introduced for the Cummins 2010 engines. You should be able to explain the differences in the specific part numbers. Finally, you should understand how the new filters reduce the total cost of ownership, TCO.